back to another episode of A Closer Look, sponsored by Innovative Solutions. I'm here with Ava Fleming, a junior on the softball team, learning a little bit about her story. So talk to me a little bit about how you got to Aiken, your time getting here, and your time here so far.
Yeah, so I did my freshman year at a school in Maryland, originally from Virginia, so it was pretty close to home. And then over winter break of my freshman year, my family moved to South Carolina, and I already been thinking about transferring, so it was just an easy decision to want to come to a school in state. Being in the portal was very stressful. It's a weird time. I had no clue really what I was looking for. And I'd remembered meeting Coach Poole at a camp when I was like 14. And I was like, oh, she was pretty cool. Like, let me email that school, not thinking much of it. And yeah, I just kind of fell in love with it for random reasons. I just felt very connected to it. And it's just been such a blessing. Like, my life has totally 180 since being here. I couldn't see it a different way now looking back, but when I made the decision to come here, there was really no rhyme or reason. It was just like what felt right.
Yeah. And what's your major here and your career path that you're looking to go on?
So I'm an emerging media major, but I'm wanting to go into vocational ministry, which honestly has nothing to do with my major. If I were to do something with my major, it'd probably be along the lines of like social media marketing, that kind of stuff, graphic design. But yeah, vocational ministry is where I'm looking to do missions overseas.
Perfect. And talk to me a little bit about the things you're involved in on campus outside of softball.
Yeah, so I'm really involved in a ministry called Campus Outreach. Actually got connected by my roommate last year, G, who was on the volleyball team. She is so dear to my heart. So she got me involved with that ministry, and they just do a lot of like loving on students, connecting people to each other, connecting people to God. And then also through my roommate G, I got involved with FCA, which is another ministry on campus for Christian athletes. And met Emma Gibson through there, and she's just been such a light in my life and such a motivator for me. So I just, spend my time in these corners with good people.
Absolutely. And I understand you were injured last year and you weren't playing during the season. Talk to me a little bit about that, how it felt, what got you through that.
Yeah, another totally random thing that was not part of the plan. I get here, had random shoulder pain, and then one day I was like, this just doesn't feel right anymore. And yeah, I go to Brandon, he tells me I need surgery, and I'm out for the whole year. Not part of any athlete's plan, but it worked out in my favor. I got to learn to love softball from a new perspective. Got to remove it as like the main part of myself, and now it's just something I enjoy. And I've never enjoyed the sport like I do this year now, and I really owe a lot of that to being taken away from it last year. It was hard at first, but I got to love the girls from a new perspective and just be able to serve them without actually playing the sport. So it was really educational. I learned a lot about myself, but overall it was good for the plot.
And you've had a lot of different experiences, switching schools, being injured. What advice would you give to someone who might find themselves kind of unsure where they are at school or injured and not really sure where they are with athletics?
Yeah, I've had some people ask me that question of, transferring, what does it look like? Like, I'm a transfer here, or I may be thinking about transferring. And my best advice is you're never going to know, like, what's the right decision to make. So you kind of just got to think about it, weigh your options, and whatever you decide, commit to it 100%. Like, it's the right decision. God will work through all things, and I fully believe that, and I've seen it in my life. So, yeah, just trusting His plan and trusting that if you're going for something, you have to go for it 100%. Otherwise, you might come through some times where you're like, oh, I didn't want to do this, but just committing to a plan and sticking with it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us for another episode of A Closer Look, sponsored by Innovative Solutions.